And here goes Las Vegas reinventing itself yet again. New casinos downtown, new casinos in the burbs, new playgrounds on the Strip, tearing out and tearing down, making room for the next big thing.
Hey, if we catch wind of a new burger joint in town, you know we're going to go check it out and we're going to sample the goods.
So get ready, because this adventure starts right now.
Here's some news you can use if you have tickets to a football game or concert at Allegiant Stadium. A brand new In-N-Out burger at the next corner. In-N-Out was born in California way back in 1948, the very first drive-through burger joint, and this one is built in a throwback style similar to the original. How welcome will this iconic sign be to thousands of hungry fans on their way back to their cars and hotels? Now here's a fun fact. This logo will celebrate its 70th birthday next year. In-N-Out at Polaris and Russell opened on August 31st and is lovingly dedicated to founders Harry and Esther Snyder and their family. It's an old-fashioned walk-up with 2 order windows made to cater to foot traffic. The building itself is a compact 2,243 square feet, and that is one bustling kitchen. We're here on a Sunday afternoon with nothing happening at the stadium, but in spite of that, folks are discovering this place. You'll access the double drive-through lane from Polaris Avenue, and there are service windows on both sides of the building. If you plan to eat in, there's a covered picnic area with seating for 88. All right, my friends, let's go order a couple of burgers.
Well, this is impromptu. Welcome to... I lost my hat. Welcome to the newest In-N-Out burger across from Allegiant Stadium. We're on the corner of Russell and Polaris, and we're having burgers at In-N-Out. We got prizes.
I'm quitting YouTube. I'm going to work for In-N-Out Burger because you get all kinds of perks. You get stickers, coloring books. You get this really cool hat.
And what is that in your hand?
An amazing In-N-Out hamburger.
Fresh made for us while we waited. Order number 60.
This is a brand new In-N-Out Burger right behind the stadium. It's at Polaris and Russell Road. So when you're in town and there's not a game, come and check it out, because when there's a game or a concert, you're not going to be able to get near this place. I got to eat this.
And a great big shout out to Alex, who set me up with the cool grand opening swag. Ever since I heard about this place being built, I tried to find it, and today we just happened to turn down the right street. They were expecting huge crowds for last night's Ed Sheeran concert, but it was canceled. No matter, the Raiders play at home next weekend, and if you build it and sell burgers for cheap, they will come. And guess what? The Super Bowl is only a few months away. For our next and noteworthy, we need to head downtown to the corner of Main and Fremont. As we reported a while back, the transformation of the plaza's street-level frontage is all done, including the first casino floor in town that was personally curated by a social influencer, Brian Christopher Slots. And not only that, it's the only smoke-free casino in downtown Las Vegas. In this brightly colored 2,500 square foot casino, you'll find 75 of Brian's favorite games and, surprise, a place where you can happily take video and photos and share them. This neon pink corner is definitely prime for an Instagram pic. Plus, Brian himself pops in every month to host events and meet and greets. The next one is on September 26th. Now, speaking of casinos and slots, we do vlog Las Vegas, and in some circles that conjures up gambling and gambling wins. Let me tell you something, my friends. After a long dry spell this year, I scored 3 taxables last week in a 2-day period on the same machine, totaling more than $9,000. Moving away from the resort corridor and over to the southwest corner of the valley, we drove by the new Durango Resort a couple of weeks ago to check on the construction progress. Durango, by Station Casinos, is billed as a boutique gaming resort with a grand opening date of November 20th. The theme features the warm colors of our desert landscape, and there's going to be an 83,000 square foot casino. The hotel tower is 15 stories with 200 or so rooms. Out back, there's a pool and event lawn called Bel Air Backyard. Food-wise, there will be a total of 15 restaurants, including a modern food hall and a 24-hour lounge. And if it's half as nice as these renderings, we can't wait. Bouncing back to the Strip, we're at Luxor. You know we have a soft spot for the pyramid, so we're always happy to stop in. News broke this week about a new first-of-its-kind attraction being built on the mezzanine level, and we just had to take a look. Speaking of attractions, we haven't seen this one yet, the story of the excavation of King Tut's tomb. Very interested in this. If you've been in, leave a comment and let us know what you thought. The Tut exhibit is just one of many reasons to be on Luxor's mezzanine level. There's also Titanic, bodies, our friend the Sphinx, the showrooms, and here's the one we're looking for. Currently under construction along the walkway to Mandalay Place is a 13,000 square foot playground. Yep, you heard me right. A venue celebrating the value of play. Not virtual reality, not augmented reality, not video games, but an immersive experience that you will enter via a slide. Guests will compete in 20 colossal games, and of course, there'll be a fun bar inside. And now here's a quote from its creators. Play never gets old. Somewhere between climbing trees and climbing the corporate ladder, we forget how important it is. So we're bringing play back, baby. And in the evenings, the playing will be for adults only. Speaking of adults-only play, I'm kind of seeing a theme here. Next door at Mandalay Bay, yet another attraction is in the works, we're assuming, back here in Restaurant Row. It's called Swingers, an adults-only mini-golf franchise from the UK that will be a whopping 40,000 square feet on 3 floors. Las Vegas will be their $50 million flagship location with 5 courses of crazy golf and cocktails delivered by caddy. Stick with me, my friends, because we're not done yet. We catch the northbound tram at Park MGM. Grab a welcome seat in the cool air conditioning. Next stop, Bellagio. Now this we wanted to see. Earlier this spring, MGM closed the indoor walkway between Vdara and Bellagio, and it's now reopened, and they've transformed it into an elegant pedestrian bridge. Between the frosted glass and the floor design, it's really quite beautiful. And right here is where the walkway to Cosmo will connect. If you take a peek through the window right here, you get a glimpse of it under construction. But actually, from the tram station, you get an even better view. Looks like it won't be long before we'll be walking from the Cosmopolitan to Bellagio, all indoors as well. You can definitely tell who's holding the camera today, can't you? Paula can never resist the spectacular Giardini store in the Bellagio once they've put out their Christmas displays. What? Too soon, you say? It's only mid-September? I think she films this place just hoping I might buy her a bauble. But truthfully, we only stepped in the shop to walk through. We're really here to see this. Today is Monday, the day the hard-working crew at the conservatory dismantle the summer display and start building the theme for autumn. Already on day one, all the live plants and most of the structures are gone, and they're already sketching out the new layout. We love to catch some of the action on Teardown Day and appreciate the sheer numbers of people, not to mention heavy equipment it requires to transform the conservatory in just a week. From the renderings, looks like we are in for toadstools, sunflowers, and lots of fall foliage. On the lobby side, the fountain is already dressed for fall, and there are several large figures from the new design staged and waiting to be installed in the beds. Here's a big shout out to the skilled craftsmen who keep every aspect of Bellagio as beautiful as the day it was built. And finally, we step outside for the real reason we're here today, to see Bellagio's front with the trees removed. Last week, in preparation for the upcoming Formula One race in November, Bellagio removed the trees they had planted 25 years ago along Las Vegas Boulevard, sent them to the chipper, and disguised the remaining stumps behind Bellagio B barricades. In case you don't remember the trees and the shade they provided, this clip is from July. Note, the long-needled pines in the bump-outs over the lake are still in place, or at least they are for now. Ah, but what have we here? You surely know that Bellagio is building a set of grandstands, premium seating for their race and stay packages. We've seen these renderings for about a year. These concrete pads are the foundations for those grandstands, and on September 15th, the crews have started to build them. Beginning to the north, they have 36 days to complete the job, taking 9 days for each segment. Note the temporary power running through this big conduit. The Formula One race will be the weekend of November 16th through the 18th, but get this. The grandstand has to be completely dismantled and gone before Thanksgiving. And they're going to have to do this every year for the next 10 years.
Hi friends, it's your old pal Paula. Before we talk about today's video, let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say, not in the room. My better half is not here. Earlier this week, we actually were over at the dermatologist. It turns out that little messy thing on his nose was in fact cancerous. He had some surgery, and let me just say right now, the fella looks like he's gone a couple rounds with Rocky or The Rock or something. Are you back there, Mr. Dale?
I'm here. Tell him how long the surgery was.
He was on the table 3.5 hours on Thursday. It was brutal, and he has a black eye. He's a big old mess, so you may not be seeing him on camera for the next little while, but he'll be behind the scenes doing his beautiful edit job just like he always does. Okay, so let's talk about today. We did a little montage, something different, montage of new and noteworthy going around town, and let me just say it was really fun putting this together and just getting these little vignettes of stuff that's happening. That new In-N-Out, we're predicting big things for that. I hope someday we drive by when there's lines out the wazoo of cars and people at that In-N-Out. Kind of excited about what Luxor and Mandalay Bay are doing to kind of up their game. Obviously, they have a nice future. Everybody always speculates whether Luxor is going to go away. Apparently not. And also, I want to give a big shout out to the wonderful guy in the wetsuit over at Bellagio who gave me all that scoop about the grandstand construction. We stood out front over there by the conduit and those concrete pads, and he told me the whole story of what they're doing and their deadlines and all that. And I'm so grateful because I feel like I was like Johnny on the spot with that one. Anyway, that's it for today. If you like this kind of a format, let us know because, like I said, it was a lot of fun to do and we might want to do this again. Next week, I think we might be doing the conservatory switch over to autumn, and who knows what else might be coming down the pike. Thanks so much for being with us, and we appreciate you guys always. As Dale would say, hope you had a good time. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.